The first thing you need to know is there are different levels of wisdom, and they all have their specific applications in the world systems, and these applications produce different results to the bearer. But I won't be going into the types of wisdom we have today. I'll only be revealing what wisdom is not and what wisdom is. When you talk about wisdom, most people think wisdom is the same thing as eloquence. So when you ask a person who is a wise person, most of the time, their mind will go to an eloquent speaker, an eloquent person. They think an eloquent person is a wise person. Now, don't get me wrong, eloquence is good for effective communication, but wisdom goes beyond communication by speech. Wisdom is weighty, wisdom is much heavier. Eloquence can be taught, but wisdom cannot be taught. Wisdom can only be imparted. But people don't realize this. So we have people who spend so much time in trying to sound smart than actually being smart, forgetting that wisdom is not in the excellence of speech, but wisdom is the spirit of excellence. So you see people who come and brag about how many books they have read and how many seminars they have attended, but they don't even remember the content of those books they have read. They don't remember what was said in those seminars. The goal is not in the quantity and the volume of books you have read or the seminars you have attended. The goal is in the spirit that attaches itself to you while you are reading those books, while you are meditating on those words you heard. I will say that led you to an awakening of a higher level of understanding, to a higher level of knowledge, which enables you to see and connect dots and offer solutions and insights that are not perceptible to the mind and the senses of an average man. I hope somebody is listening. Believe me when I tell you that it is possible to read a single book 100 times and be much wiser than a person who has read 100 books only once. Because what happens is this: when you read a book several times with much intentionality and with an open mind, the reality of that book connects you to other branches of life, other branches of enlightenment that are not written in that same book. But people don't realize this. People are too in a hurry. They don't want to stay and learn. They forget that it takes patience to be wise. Because wisdom is in quality, and quality is not rushed. Wisdom is a spirit of a genius. Wisdom is the spirit of nobility that makes you preferred above everybody else. Wisdom gives you an understanding that will cause people to come and ask you, how did you know this thing you just said? When an orator speaks, you hear comments like, oh wow, you spoke beautifully. But when a wise person speaks, people of even higher status will come and ask you, how did you know this thing? We read the same thing, but we did not see this. How were you able to connect this aspect to this other aspect? Your understanding becomes beautiful when you are wise. People want to hear more of what you have to say.